a kick streamer, Raja Jackson, who is the son of Rampage Jackson and also a professional fighter, just went fucking ballistic on a wrestler during a wrestling event on stream. He picks the wrestler up, slams him on the mat, and then lays down 27 punches to the man's skull.
What, you don't know me?
Hell no. Yeah.
Hey, I think that's a little
You never know. Y'all keep playing with me and I'll go back and take it.
It started like any other small wrestling event. Dim lights, a loud crowd, and Raja Jackson trying to make a name for himself. But then it happened. One reckless moment, one unnecessary hit, and his opponent collapsed, completely flatlined in the middle of the ring. Within hours, the clip spread everywhere. Twitter, TikTok, Reddit, and that's when MoistCritical, also known as Charlie, stepped in. And when Charlie speaks, the internet listens. This wasn't just another wrestling botch. Charlie turned it into a worldwide scandal.
Most of which were delivered while he was unconscious. And by the end of it, he is bleeding and bloodied. They couldn't wake him up. They said he was barely breathing. And someone even used the word flatline, that he was flatlined in the ring. This is not fake. This is not scripted.
Most people reacted with shock, some with disgust. But Charlie's reaction was different. Blunt, cold, and unforgiving. On stream, he called it exactly what it was. This isn't wrestling. This is just someone deciding to flatline their opponent for clout. That single line cut through every excuse, every defense, and instantly validated why millions clicked to hear his take. When MoistCritical labels you reckless, your career doesn't just take a hit, it collapses.
Extremely hard to watch. I also cut the clip short, but they pan back and he is covered in blood. Raja Jackson is a professional fighter who has unloaded, I counted 27 blows to an unconscious man. And they all are connecting. This is not like fake. It's not like he's pulling any of his punches. They are all hitting squarely on this man's skull.
The moment Charlie's clip started circulating, fans rallied behind his words. Raja Jackson went from up-and-coming wrestler to the guy who flatlined his opponent overnight. People clipped Charlie's reaction and posted it side by side with the knockout. The result? Raja looked guilty, careless, and cruel. And the worst part? Charlie didn't exaggerate. His analysis matched exactly what people saw with their own eyes. The crowd didn't boo Raja in the ring, but Charlie's words made the entire internet boo him afterward.
Damn, y'all. It's not looking too good for Buddy. This man can potentially cross over to the other side. The man Rampage Jackson's son put into the hospital.
The man Raja dropped wasn't just an opponent. He was another performer trusting Raja to keep him safe. And when the cameras caught him motionless on the mat, the mood changed from entertainment to horror. Fans wanted answers. Was he okay? Was it staged? Did Raja take it too far? Charlie didn't hesitate. He said outright, he was out. Once someone's unconscious, every hit after that is assault. That's not wrestling anymore. Charlie didn't just describe what happened, he redefined it as a crime, not a performance.
Bouncing his head off of the mat. And I said most of them were when he was unconscious. All of them are while he's unconscious. When I watched it back, it's clear that when he slammed him on the mat, his head hit the mat and it knocked him out immediately. So all 27, potentially more, punches that he threw were on an unconscious man. That can be fatal. That is most oftentimes fatal.
Once Charlie dropped that take, the dominoes started falling. Hashtags like Ban Raja and Flatline Jackson spread like wildfire. Forums lit up with fans quoting Charlie word for word. What made it sting even more? People weren't saying Raja messed up. They were saying, Charlie's right, Raja should never wrestle again. That's when you know the damage is irreversible. When the internet starts chanting someone else's words at your expense, your career is no longer yours to control.
And he wasn't done either. It's not like he just stopped and said, okay, well, that's plenty. I've had my fill. He was still going. The only reason there weren't more punches thrown by him is because the other wrestlers were able to separate him. But he was fighting against them to go back and keep beating this unconscious man. He probably wouldn't have stopped punching him until his head popped like a balloon.
Some hardcore wrestling fans tried to defend Raja, claiming it was just strong style, or wrestling is supposed to look brutal. But Charlie's bluntness cut through all of that. He didn't debate the culture. He didn't nitpick technique. He just said flatly, knocking someone out and then hitting them again isn't strong style. It's brain damage for sport. And once again, the internet sided with him. Raja's defenders weren't just fighting fans, they were fighting MoistCritical's credibility. And that's a losing battle.
It's extremely scary, and even if he does pull through, this could have life-changing repercussions with brain damage and so many other complications for the rest of his life, if he even survives, which we don't know yet. He apparently flatlined in the ring and is currently still in the ICU, and we don't have any updates. This is terrifying stuff.
When Raja's clip blew up, the wrestling promotion that booked him went dead silent. Fans flooded their social pages with angry comments. Why was this allowed? Why didn't the ref step in? This isn't wrestling. This is a lawsuit waiting to happen. And here's where Charlie's voice made the silence deafening. On stream, he said, "If the company doesn't address this, they're complicit. The ref froze, the booking failed, and the wrestler went rogue. Every layer of this is sloppy." But here's the kicker. Charlie wasn't just calling out Raja, he was calling out the entire system. That cut deep. Normally, fans would rage at the performer and move on, but Charlie's critique expanded the scope. He made it clear the entire system looked incompetent. Within hours, the promotion was scrambling to draft a statement. And when it finally dropped, it was as bad as Raja's. They called the incident an unfortunate miscommunication and promised to review safety protocols. Fans laughed them out of the room. Charlie roasted them live. Miscommunication? What was the miscommunication? Did his fist miscommunicate with the guy's jaw after he was unconscious? That's not miscommunication, that's just brain rot. That one line instantly went viral, and now the scandal wasn't just about Raja, it was about an industry cover-up.
I couldn't tell if it was real when I first saw it, because you know how sometimes in wrestling they like to do some stuff hardcore.
Here's where things went nuclear. Sponsors. Wrestling promotions live and die by partnerships. And after Charlie's take spread, companies didn't want their logos anywhere near Raja. Screenshots started surfacing of fans tagging sponsors directly under the viral clip. Hey, at Energy Drink Co., this the kind of stuff you back? One brand quietly pulled its banner from the promotion's website. Another scrubbed Raja's name from their social media posts. And Charlie? He hammered the point home. No brand wants to be linked with someone who just committed live battery in front of an audience. This isn't hype. This is poison for anyone who touches it. That phrase, poison for anyone who touches it, became the moment everything changed. By the weekend, insiders confirmed multiple companies had cut ties. Raja wasn't just facing bad PR anymore, he was costing people money. That's the kind of thing wrestling never forgets. You know wrestling culture, silence is rare. Soon, rival wrestlers started chiming in, some out of genuine outrage, others just smelling blood in the water. One veteran tweeted, "There's stiff work and then there's being a clown." Raja showed zero respect. Another said bluntly, if he tried that with me, he wouldn't walk out of the arena. But here's the shocking twist. Even other wrestlers couldn't compete with Charlie's voice. Fans filled the replies with Charlie's breakdowns. Wrestlers would tweet, but the comments were flooded with people quoting MoistCritical instead. Imagine being a pro wrestler, trying to dunk on Raja, and the internet still tells you Charlie explained it better. That's how dominant his take became. As days passed, rumors swirled that Raja's opponent's family was considering legal action. Wrestling may blur lines, but once doctors confirm someone was unconscious, every hit afterward becomes indefensible. Suddenly, hashtags like "Charge Raja" started trending. Charlie went in hard again. If this goes to court, Raja doesn't have a leg to stand on. There's footage, there's context, there's medical evidence. This isn't even a debate, it's open and shut. And just like that, this wasn't wrestling drama anymore, it was a potential criminal case. Even legal YouTubers cited Charlie's stream using his blunt language as the blueprint for why charges could stick. By now, Raja's reputation was in ashes. Clips of him getting booed at his next appearance circulated, with fans chanting, "Charlie's right, Charlie's right." Think about that. A YouTuber's words became a rustling crowd's chant. Comment sections on Raja's pages were brutal. Fans spammed memes, nicknames, and Charlie's quotes. Some even rebranded Raja as Flatline Jackson, a name that stuck harder than any wrestling gimmick he'd ever tried. And the worst part? He didn't have defenders left. Even neutral fans admitted MoistCritical summed it up perfectly. Raja's own peers couldn't spin it. Let's pause for a second. Why did Charlie's take dominate this story so much? Because he's built a reputation as brutally honest, but also fair. He's not a wrestling insider, he's not chasing clout. So when he called out Raja, it felt objective, and fans trusted it. Charlie has this deadpan delivery that makes even the harshest criticism land like gospel. When he said, "This is embarrassing," people didn't just laugh, they believed it. And once Charlie declared Raja guilty in the court of public opinion, there was no appeal. The Raja Jackson incident proves something bigger. In today's world, the fallout from a scandal isn't controlled by promoters, PR reps, or even traditional media. It's controlled by the internet, and voices like MoistCritical are at the center of that storm. Years ago, this might have been brushed under the rug, but now, one viral clip, one raw reaction, and suddenly sponsors vanish, wrestlers pile on, and lawyers circle. In short, Raja's legacy wasn't destroyed by his punch, it was destroyed by Charlie's words. Raja Jackson wanted to make a name for himself in the ring, and he did, but for all the wrong reasons. Instead of being remembered for skill or charisma, he'll forever be tied to the night he flatlined his opponent and the internet court that convicted him. And the loudest gavel in that court? MoistCritical. His words turned a reckless in-ring moment into a worldwide scandal. His callouts ensured Raja's legacy isn't about wrestling glory, but about consequences. Because at the end of the day, Raja didn't just get called out, he got buried. And Charlie was the one who swung the hammer.